Hi guys, this is Michael from Nomadic Insights. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the Bilt Rewards Card by Wells Fargo. Um, this is an interesting card since it claims to be one of the few cards that will reward you by paying your rent. It's kind of their entire shtick and gimmick is getting rewarded on your rent payment to help you save for a down payment. Yeah, it's a nice little shtick, I guess, but most of the properties are urban areas where people are going to be using this card because that's where the partner properties are fundamentally unaffordable. Like New York City, good luck buying property for under $1 million. So you'd need like even at 5%, at least $50,000 down payment. Or in the San Francisco Bay Area, a credit card is not really going to get you a down payment. So I find this stick pretty interesting. So if you like skeptical-based content, you like a finance skeptic, please join us for Skeptic Sunday at 11 a.m. EST every Sunday for our live stream show, Skeptic Sunday. Now, let's dive in a little bit more to this card. Okay, they have a nice website, but this rotating thing drives me nuts where it's going from home design to vacation to this, to this, to this, where it's talking about using your rent to fund things. So we'll go into the actual potential rewards value on vacation in a minute. I just want to quickly segue to kind of their main offers here. So the flagship benefit of this card is they've arranged rental partnerships with about 2 million properties in the United States. That eliminates the transaction fee and gives you the rewards value on this card. They also, on the first of the month, run a number of specials. If you want to eat out, they'll give you 6x on dining, 4x points on travel, and 2x points on other spend. So make sure you spend all your money on the first of the month when the rent's due, I suppose. Now, with that in mind, this card is really designed as a Trojan horse to get you into the Wells Fargo ecosystem. They want you to be buying other financial products and growing the relationship with Wells Fargo, hence why they want you paying rent. That way, as you get older, you're going to have your mortgage with Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo had a little bit of reputation damage. Remember when they had people getting extra accounts, they never signed up for because they big fake account scandal through Wells Fargo. So if you want to do your business with Wells Fargo, and I don't know why you really would want to do your business with Wells Fargo after that incident of outright fraud, that goes beyond me. So now they have a sleek credit card available for you called Bilt Rewards. Fantastic, right? So this card has some very interesting fine print when you read the rewards program. Perhaps my personal favorite is right here where you need to make at least 5 posted transactions in order to get any rewards benefits. So you can't just use this card to pay your rent, which is how most people would probably want to use it. So they just get the points, they move on. No, you need at least 5 purchase transactions or at least 5 qualifying transactions on this card. It does include pretty standard trip cancellation, trip delay, and Lyft and Uber credits. And if you have a rotating phone line, it will give you cell phone protection, which is a pretty nice benefit on premium cards. This is kind of annoying here in the fine print. It kind of takes the wind out of the sails once you start going in, because if you don't have those 5 qualifying transactions, you'll only earn 250 points on potentially a $3,000 rent payment. The max is about $4,200 in rent a month is where this would probably top out, or it's really 40, 50. We'll go into that in a second. So that's nice and all, but again, if you don't make your 5 transactions, you don't get your full points value. You only get 250 flat points. So sad for you. Great for Wells Fargo. So this just gives an example of some of the Bilt Rewards redemption options. So on $2,200 a month in rent, which is pretty normal in an urban environment, in New York or Chicago, actually it's a lot higher than this, let's be honest. You're going to probably be closer to like $4,000 in Manhattan, if not more. So at 2.8 cents per point using a transfer partner like the World of Hyatt, who is a transfer partner for Bilt Rewards, you're going to be looking at $1,344 in redemption value when you use it for your vacation. This isn't really that great in redemption, considering you need to still have those 5 posted transactions and you've got to comply with the fine print. I mean, it's better than nothing to be able to get reward points on your rent and still not have to be hit with the transaction fee. So that is one of the benefits if you do want the ability to pay your rent on a card and you happen to live in one of the 2 million properties that actually accept the Bilt card as a form of rent payment. It's looking pretty good to be you, since you're at least going to get $1,500 back in your pocket towards a vacation. I would not really view this as saving for your down payment. If you're renting at $48,000 a year, you're probably living in a property that costs like north of $1 million. So I don't know how much of a dent this is really going to be making in your payment. But hey, that's just me. You do you. I personally, since I own a property, get no benefit from this card and would totally avoid it. If you are a renter with a high rent, if you can pay the rent for your friends on your card, if you have roommates, this might be a way to get yourself a nice vacation. But otherwise, I think the card is very limited based on its potential point rewards not really being there besides on rent day, so the first of the month. Otherwise, the other 29 days of the month, this card is kind of useless. So I put the Bilt Rewards Card into a solid A tier card for renters. It's very circumstantially useful on a major category of spending you cannot normally get rewards points for. So if you do happen to live in one of the 2 million properties where this makes sense, I'd recommend looking into Bilt Rewards. For other people, this card is really going to go in a D tier since the point accumulation values are simply not there the other 29 to 30 days in a month. It just doesn't have a lot of value. So D tier for non-renters. If you are renting, this card has some benefits. Again, it's a card that presumes that you're going to Soul Cycle and spending an awful lot of money you probably don't want to be spending. So this card is just not one I would consider getting personally. I pass, again, since I own my property, it doesn't do me any good. And if you're renting, you're in one of the 2 million properties that qualifies for this, fully for you, you should probably get it. And you'll at least pick up a couple extra $100 towards a vacation, which could be pretty good, eh? So thanks so much, guys. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a great one, okay?